Hi there, welcome to Prime Time. I'm Paul Orford. I'm back with Viktoria Soltesz, the CEO of PSP Angels, and the last time we saw each other, Vic, was the day before lockdown in Cyprus. So I won't make it too much into a Corona video, but quite a lot's happened since then. But what I wanted to talk about today, and I really wanted to pick your brains about, was Wirecard Bank. Is it Wirecard?
Yes, exactly. One disaster followed the other, right? So we had this virus situation when everybody tried to start a business from the bedroom, as we mentioned in the last edition on the magazine as well. And then everybody started to do something on their own and started, go online, and they needed obviously a bank who supports that. So they obviously went to Wirecard, and then this situation happened when Wirecard went down, and unfortunately so many businesses now have no opportunity for banking, because what happened is that they lost their merchant account, they lost their bank account, and obviously they tried to look for alternatives, but all the compliance for the other banks now are full with applications, right? So it's a delay after a delay. So it was just not a fortunate situation after the lockdown.
All right, so just to give the viewers an outline of what it was. So it's a BaFin regulated bank. Is it fair to call it a bank or a neobank? What would you call it?
It is actually a bank. So they had an acquiring license. They had the regulation to be able to serve businesses. Yeah. So you could accept cards on your website, which was provided by Wirecard. They had a banking facility, so you could actually keep your money there as well in their bank. And yes, so it was quite a robust, quite a very well thought out system, and they had obviously all the regulation in place, and so yes, it was quite a big bank.
So what really piqued my interest was the fact that it was regulated by a German regulator, which often seen as like the creme de la creme, should we say, of regulations. How does something like this slip through the net?
To be honest with you, it was not something that could have been thought out from the beginning, because obviously a regulator can only do so much, right? So when we are coming to EU regulation, more or less, they are on the same level. So I wouldn't really say that one country's regulation is better than the other. It's just, in the mind of the people, some countries still sound different than the other countries, but it doesn't mean that one regulation is better than the other. But it was just a straight up fraud. So. Yes, unfortunately, the auditor could not even determine that, and it was just a very, lucky accident that they found out what happened with them.
Because I did some background reading on this as well, that they tried to sue the Financial Times for bringing this up quite a few years back. Like even the German government were pressuring them as well. Yeah. So does that also play into the fact that when you have a government and like a large organisation working together, it's going to be really hard for the regulator to find problems like this?
Yes, and that's the problem, because obviously the bigger you are, the more parts of the company needs to be checked on a regular basis, and obviously the regulator has more and more responsibility for that. And when a fraud like this happens, unfortunately, it's just bad intention. So it should never actually happen. What took place there? The problem is that so many times we see very robust banks and very well thought out systems collapse. So nowadays there's a reason to ask yourself that is there anything safe? Because of course we see all these neobanks, they are new. Do they know what they are talking about? There are new products coming up, financial products coming up every, I would say, day. Everybody is developing something. Everybody's coming up with new opportunities. Now we offer card. Now we offer this. Now we offer that. So of course people are a bit reluctant to see that, okay, is it really working well? So you put your trust in something which is regulated to the core, and then something like this happens, and which is safe anymore.
Well, there's two things that kind of come up there for me. Like with your company, you do, like we discussed prior to this, that you can't be 100% sure of any institution. Is there like a checklist you should do to really to get rid of that, say, 30% of cowboy institutions?
The problem is that even if you put your money in a bank which is regulated, this can happen. So I would love to say that yes, one institution is more reliable than the other, but I would be lying. Unfortunately, I've seen so many banks collapsing which are really having all the licenses and everything is in place what's necessary, but unfortunately they are all down. Like what happened, for example, in Cyprus with the banking crisis.
Yeah.
Laiki Bank, that was one of the biggest bank, or Bank of Cyprus. What happened, for example, in Malta, we had the Sota Bank. That was a banking institution which again froze the funds. Now, what happens with Wirecard? So there are so many banks which are going down, and then on the side, these are some neobanks which everything is working well, and they never had a problem. I would say it's just really pure luck. So you as a business owner, or you as a person, what I always say to everyone, keep your eggs in different baskets. Open accounts in multiple jurisdictions with multiple banks and multiple e-money institutions as well, because obviously they are regulated too. Because chances are that everything goes down is always less than one will go down with all your money. So
how hard is that to do though? Like, because I imagine it's a ton of bureaucracy to do all this. You know what I mean? And you've only got a finite amount of time and patience to do this.
Something is for something, right? So in case that you want to minimize your risk, you have to invest some time and then effort, or you can just contact us. And we can,
is that the type of service that PSP Angels offer?
That's right. That's
Who would have thought? No, but I mean, that really just proves the point of having a service like yours. Because look, if I'm a brokerage, I've got a million things on my mind. Primarily to get money in, marketing, compliance, X, Y, and Z, drive myself crazy. I don't want to start exploring how to get efficient banking in whatever jurisdiction or in many jurisdictions. So, look, I think you should talk yourself up on this because it is a worthy product that people need.
Of course, and this is exactly what's the whole point of actually having PSP Angels. Because usually the person who is dealing with payments and banking is either your head of payment or your CFO. Now, obviously, you have to pay them a salary, right, to find the right payment providers for you, to open the right bank accounts, to monitor them, and obviously sort out everything within the business. Now, if you're contacting PSP Angels, we've got ready-made products to choose from. We handle the application on behalf of you, so it's actually cutting short all the corners that you would spend a lot of money and time if you were hiring someone. So we also help our merchants with payment consulting. So in case that your payment department cannot answer to certain questions, we will be able to actually advise you on that. And also many merchants actually bleeding out on the banking costs, and they don't even know that this happens, because a bit of banking cost here, a bit of banking cost there, and they don't even know what products could be the alternative to reduce these fees.
But also, if you're a CFO watching this, I wouldn't think your ego's been hurt by employing someone like yourself, because really all it's doing is mitigating risk. Because if you're a CFO, you've only got a certain amount of exposure or network in banking, so why not just maximise it? Is there any fees up front? You're not a fee up front, are you? Or is a minor fee or something like that?
Basically, we take care of the payment consulting or the outsourced payment department kind of functions for an hourly fee. But in case that we are looking for alternative payment providers, or we are looking for bank accounts for you, which is already ready-made within our system, we help you to apply for free, because we are getting the commission from the institution, the banking institution, or the payment provider as a reseller or a partner. So that service, actually, the search to see what's on the market, is basically free.
Cool. All right, mate, let's wrap it up there. What's the website and how can I get hold of you?
Yes, it's pspangels.com. You can find us on LinkedIn. You can drop us an email, info@pspangels.com, and I'm very happy to reply to any questions.
Also, very good articles in Game Changers magazine by Viktoria, always very, very highly read. A lot of traffic goes to them, so always a pleasure to have you in there. All right, and also, needless to say, her name will be highlighted, and PSP Angels will be highlighted on LinkedIn if you're watching it there as well.
That's right.
All right, cheers, Vic.
Thank you so much.
See you later.